Hello, hello, good people. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Make America Think Again with Vaughn or Car Conversations, depending upon whether or not you can see my face or you can just hear my voice. Welcome to you all. Welcome to all my subscribers. And thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your comments too. Good, bad, and indifferent. I have been reading the comments. One day I'm going to do a whole episode again, like I did before, just addressing some of the comments for those folks who aren't necessarily reading my responses, or I don't have time to get to some of the things that are posted there. So I do want to start addressing more of your comments. But today, what I want to talk about is the whole National Guard situation of it. More troops are going to be deployed. So for all my small government people out there, what happened to y'all? What happened to all the small government people out there? Because y'all just disappeared. Y'all just disappeared. You okay with this? Now, some of you did. Some of you did write in the comments that this is what you signed up for. This is what you signed up for. You're not believing it. You know, all the crime in big cities. I've been so afraid to go out unless it's daylight. You know what? For a group of people who claim to be so big and bad all the time and so strong and macho, listening to the YMCA all day. Macho, macho man. I want to be a macho man. For all that you listen to and promote and espouse, y'all the weakest motherfuckers I've ever heard of in my life. Y'all always scared of some shit. Anywho, back to what I was saying. So we got the National Guard in DC. DC's been inundated with the National Guard. Most of them are standing around and doing little photo ops with people, with tourists. Okay, most of them are doing nothing, absolutely nothing, just like they were here when they were in LA. Well, they're still here in LA, just the numbers have dissipated, especially the Marines have gone, but we still have some of the National Guard here. Most of them, again, doing nothing, standing around all day and getting paid with our federal tax dollars. So now Felon 47 says he wants to expand the mission because DC now is so clean. It's so clean. We got all the people off the streets. It's so clean. So he wants to expand. He called out Chicago. He called out New York. So I'm assuming that those are going to be the next two places where it looks like what's happening in DC and what happened or is still kind of happening here in LA. Okay. But there's a caveat, there's a but. He also plans to expand it even more. So this is per Fox News and per Independent, the Independent. This is where I got this information from. So before y'all, drop your comments down below, please do your own research. I have given you the sources now. Now, I don't watch Fox News. For some of y'all that raised the eyebrow when I said Fox News, I don't watch Fox News. I see reports about what's been reported on Fox News. I refuse to give them any ratings. Don't do that. And you can find information. That's what Google is for. Okay, just Google it, folks. Before you get in the comments talking about this and that. But you know what? Before I move on to that, I'm so glad I said this. Before I move on to that, I want to give you some statistics for all my afraid folks, for all my fearful folks. Oh, I'm so afraid to go into LA. I'm so afraid to go into DC. Here's the problem. You don't go. You don't see for yourself. You just listen to whatever narrative you pick up on whatever right-wing network or right-wing commentator is popular at the moment. I've lived in LA now, 14 years. And yeah, some shit happened. Like my credit card got stolen a couple of times. was a hit and run car accident, but luckily I wasn't in the car, like minor shit. The things that y'all are seeing on your right wing stuff is like in limited areas, first of all, especially when you saw a lot of the protests, in very limited areas, very small, concentrated areas with small groups of people. But the way it's shot, it is Hollywood. This is Hollywood. The way it is shot, you would expect that LA is on fire. Like we are in some, I don't know, inferno or something. That's not what's happening. That's also what's not happening in DC. So, but now your Orange Jesus has said that he wants to expand the mission. And guess where they're going? Guess where they're going, folks? So they're going to deployments to Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, New Mexico, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, and Wyoming. What do all those states have in common? What do all of those states have in common? So yeah, red state folks, now the National Guard is coming to you. It is your turn. It is your turn now. But according to, let's pause, according to the Independent, as of right now, what they will be doing, this 1,700 some odd National Guard that will be deployed to all the states that I just read off, they will be assisting the ICE folks in carrying out some tasks like personal data collection, fingerprinting, DNA, swabbing, DNA swabbing, and photography of people in ICE custody. According to the Independent, those are the things that the National Guard that is going to be deployed to all of these red states will be doing. Now, let's add something else. Let's add another layer, shall we? Just this week, the DUI hire that is over the DOD, Pete Hegseth, he said, well, the National Guard can start carrying their guns on the streets. So let's think about this. You have 1,700 some odd National Guard members who are now allowed to carry their weapons on the streets amongst, regular American civilians. And now they're going to go into red states that are mostly open carry. What's the worst that could happen? Let's think about that for a moment. Yeah. So could this be another segue, since they haven't gotten the type of response that they wanted to get initially from, folks, crossing certain lines so they could go ahead and declare this emergency and martial law? Could this be why they've decided to expand into the red states? Because they were leaving y'all alone. Number one, you had governors who are cooperating with this bullshit that's coming out of DC. And number two, y'all are open carry states, so they want to play with y'all. But now Felon 47 says, the end of August through October, let's do a little experiment, shall we? Let's send some of these National Guard people into red states. So for all the people that have been in my comments saying, this is what we voted for, this is what we voted for, I hope you receive a warm welcome from all National Guard, military, whomever he deploys to your states. I hope you receive a warm welcome by them. I truly do. Now, I wanted to point out some statistics also for all you people that are so afraid to come into the major cities. Let me give you some statistics. The homicide rate, the highest homicide rate right now highest homicide rates right now are in St. Louis, Missouri, red state, and Memphis, Tennessee, another red state. Two cities in two red states that are not LA, that are not DC, that are not Chicago, and they are not New York. Moving on. Shreveport, Louisiana, another red state, has six times the murder rate of San Francisco, California. That is Shreveport, Louisiana, not Los Angeles, not New York, not Chicago, not DC, Shreveport, Louisiana. The highest reported homicide rate is in Jackson, Mississippi for this year thus far. Jackson, Mississippi. Another, you guessed it, red state. Not LA, not New York, not DC, not Chicago, not Oakland. Jackson, Mississippi. 15 times higher. Oh, I'm sorry, this goes with Jackson, Mississippi. This is also 15 times higher than the national average. Jackson, Mississippi holds that statistic, their homicide rate. Let's see, the highest crime rate. Number one, Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, are y'all okay? Are y'all okay in Memphis, Tennessee? I guarantee you it's probably one of you folks to stay in my comments. Are y'all all right? Are y'all okay? Number four on that list, my city, Houston, Texas. I'm gonna pause here right on Houston, Texas, because I told you I've been in LA for about 14 years. When I left Houston, I never heard of some of the things that I'm hearing now. I literally have two people that I personally know that have been impacted, have had family members that have been unalived due to drive-by shootings. I grew up in Houston. I was raised in Houston. And yes, there was crime in Houston. But the number of these drive-by shootings and things like that, never had I ever heard or experienced while I lived in Houston, Texas. Now, yes, that depends on where you live in Houston, but still, on a nightly basis, on a daily basis, no, not at all. Where did I leave off? The most aggravated assaults. Number one, Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee. Most aggravated assaults. Violent crime. The city that has the highest number of violent or amount of violent crimes being committed. Again, Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, are y'all okay? Gun violence, the highest incidences of gun violence. St. Louis, Missouri, again on the list. St. Louis, Missouri, again in a red state. And Ocala, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Florida, another red state. All of these red states, and not once did you hear California, New York, Illinois. Didn't hear them. So for all you folks out there that are so afraid and things have been cleaned up so much, that's not it. That's not it. If you have to have military on the street to make you feel safe, if you have to have the National Guard on the streets to make you feel safe, if you have to have hundreds of armed individuals on every street corner and you know, in your peripheral, in your view, in your view at all times for you to feel safe, you might need some therapy. I don't know what happened to you, but you might need some therapy. And let me say this, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. Felon 47 was in the Oval Office the other day, and he had the audacity to say, well, Chicago, I'm sending some folks to Chicago. And for all the beautiful Black women in Chicago that have told me, come here, Mr. President, save us, is what he was trying to make it sound like. Let me tell you something. As an African American woman, the last person I want anyone anywhere near me is Felon 47. I also don't want his low IQ goons anywhere around me either. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for the majority. You know, we always got some other people that are not our kinfolk. We always got that little small group. But I'm pretty sure I can speak for the majority of African American women in Chicago. They don't want you anywhere near them either. So, red state folks, we voted for this. This is what we voted for. Well, get ready, buckle up, because it's coming directly to you. It's what you voted for. FAFO.